In this part of the course, we're going to go over how to log into Seesaw and what type of accounts you're going to see. So logging into Seesaw is pretty easy. Our staff and students will be logging into Seesaw with their GRPS Google account. If you're unfamiliar with your GRPS Google account, it's your last name with your first initial or some form of that at students.grps.org. To navigate to Seesaw, you would go to app.seesaw.me. Once you get there, you'll see the sign-in screen. There's a big button at the bottom that says Teachers Sign In with Google. This is where you need to sign in. You don't have to put in your email or password here. You're just going to hit Teachers Sign In with Google. At this point, Google will ask you, which account do you want to log into? Select the Google account that is your GRPS Google email. And now you're logged in to Seesaw. Let's quickly go over the type of staff accounts that have been created. All general education teachers, pre-K through 5th grade, have accounts and they're rostered classes in Seesaw. If you're a Resource 1 teacher, you have an account and a class, but you will need to roster your own class. If you're a related service provider, such as an OT, PT, or speech path, you have an account, but you will need to roster your own class. One note there, only students from one school can be in a class. Therefore, if a staff member is at multiple buildings, they will need multiple classes. Parapros and childcare workers need to be invited as a co-teacher and create their own account. The first step is to accept the email invitation from the general education teacher. Seesaw will then ask you to create an account if you do not already have one. When the accounts were created, a naming scheme was used. So let's briefly go over the class names that you'll see. The general education teacher has some form of their last name hyphen homeroom. So for example, if I was a general education teacher, mine would be Gotra hyphen homeroom. The art, music, and physical education teachers all have a combination of the last name of the homeroom teacher hyphen and then the subject that they teach. Resource teachers were given the word resource and a number. The number after the word resource has no significance but was needed during the rostering process. A few things to know about student accounts. 1. All of the pre-K through 5th grade students have been rostered using their GRPS Google email and their student ID. This creates a single account for the student in which the portfolio follows them from grade to grade. 2. Student usernames and passwords can be accessed at wizard.grps.org. The wizard was created for you to get student usernames, passwords, and student IDs for the members of your class. 3. Parents can get usernames and passwords when calling the support line at 301-1111. This is the same support line that's been used since the start of our school shutdown. Number 4, we are not using home learning codes in order to log in. Many of the support documents on the Seesaw website talk about using home learning codes. We have elected not to use the home learning codes for this process. The students will be logging in with their Google email. In this short video, we have gone over how to get logged into Seesaw and the accounts that were created and what names you might see for those accounts.